Welcome back again. Right now I'm about to get into my workout. But on my way coming to my workout, because I usually like taking a run, get my calisthenics in. I'm about to hit that pace pretty soon and start running. But I was thinking about, man, what's on my mind? It was a lot on my mind, the whole day, from yesterday, to today. I was going through certain things, and as you we and I was thinking, I'm like, we human beings, we like to be in control of everything we got going on around us. We always want to be in control, and whenever we're not in control is when we don't know what to do, so we try every day. We everything we do in this life is to make sure we're in control. Whether to make sure when a close family members get real ill, that you're in control, to make sure that person, you can provide the funds needed for them to actually get the treatment they need. We want to be in control. We want. That's why we work for it. That's why we try to build everything around to make sure we're there for our children. When they're growing, to make sure that they have what they need in life, that they don't have to go through what we went through. We want to be in control of everything. Relationships. We want to make sure our relationships with our partners, with our wives, with our boyfriends and girlfriends. We want to make sure that it's striving. We want to make sure that it produces something good that we can enjoy in life with. But it's not always the time that we are in control. And today, that's what's on my mind. It's like, and I was thinking about it. What can we do? We got to put God first. Put God first, and our emergency savings. I think that's what it is. I said it because we cannot neglect the fact that if your child is going up, a birthday is coming, and you want to surprise your child. You want to make them feel very special, or they hit a new milestone in life, like a promotion, or they graduate college. You want to make sure that they feel very special for that day, and you want to show off for them. You're gonna need to have a solid emergency savings, because you got to put God first, but you need to have that. You got to put God first, because without that, life is full of inconveniences. It's incredible. And that's what's on my mind all day today. I'm like, I got to get that out. I got to run it out. I got to work out. Life is full of a lot of inconveniences. And some of those inconveniences we cannot control. And that's what we want in life. That's what we strive for. That's why we work hard for, to make sure that we have at least, some things of our life in control, that we can control it when chaos comes. When everything, don't seems to be going good. Life is not all the time about, life is not all happy. It's not all amazing every day. Come on, think about it. We spend how much? How many of 25, maybe 30% of being enjoying life. I would say most maybe the 50% we spend it mostly, incredibly, trying to build something for ourselves. Work, career, going to university, building relationships, building families, and within that time that we're doing all that, there's a lot of inconvenience that is going on. And we don't plan for inconvenience, right? We don't think it will happen. But that's one thing is sure to happen, inconvenience in life. So that's why I say, put God first and put your emergency savings. I mean, the thing that God can take care of, He take care of that. I mean, when you thought you was gonna lose it all in your life, when you thought life was never gonna be the same for you anymore, and when you thought you was at a breaking point, money couldn't pick you up. Your emergency savings couldn't pick you up because you didn't have any. But God came and picked you up. And that's why I say, leave the things that God can handle and make sure the things that money can handle, the things that money can take care of, can keep in control. I mean, like when your car broke down, that's an inconvenience. God is not going to appear there and fix your car for you. But He will hope that, while He's been keeping you in your right mind and your health, that you will have enough intelligence, to know that, listen, I got to build up our emergency savings, for inconvenience that happen in life. We can't control that. You can't control having a flat tire on the road if you don't have an insurance or you don't have AAA. You can't control, like if you lose your job, if you lose your livelihood, you can't control that. But I tell you something, money in a sense can control that, because if you had a solid emergency savings account and you lose your job, or you have a flat tire, or you have built a strategy over the long term of your life, realize that you got to protect, you got to build this layer of security around you. So when all these inconveniences occur, it don't disturb your life that much. A little tricky of that. It's not to say inconvenience is not going to disrupt our life, but it's not gonna distract us from the most important thing, and that is to make sure that we can be in control of what we can be in control of, things we can take care of. So, but it won't crumble you completely, because if you don't have an emergency savings account and inconvenience happens, especially those ones that you can actually take care of with money, you're going to have a miserable day that week. You're going to have probably a terrible month, just because you didn't have an emergency savings account. I mean, and we have to put God first in everything. Because there are certain things that we will not always be in control of, and that's where God comes in place. That's where He comes in place. That's where, that's where you call a miracle. That's where people say, man, I was not supposed to be here, but I'm here. I'm not supposed to be in this position. I'm not supposed to be the one that is enjoying life like this, is being at peace like this, is enjoying my labor. Everything I labor in my life for, I'm enjoying it. Seeing my children grow up, going to school, going to colleges, marrying, being in a career job, I'm not the one supposed to be enjoying this. I'm not the one supposed to be this, able to actually have this financial freedom, enjoy this fullness of joy. That's when God come in place, man. I mean, we got to put God first in our emergency savings. It's very important. Today taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. It taught me that you can't wait. You can't wait. It can be a minute. It can be a week. It can be a day that you stop. It can be a month that passed by. We don't build our emergency savings. The same way we wake up every morning, if we pray to God every day, if we try to commit, the things that we cannot control in His hands, You know, the same thing that we do, we have to do it when it comes to our emergency savings. We got to put God first. So that's what's been on my mind today. I mean, and it's very impeccable. You know, I mean, there's a lot to take in. There's a lot. There's a lot. And right now, in the times we're living in right now, we cannot afford to not put God first and have an emergency savings account, a solid emergency savings account. We cannot afford it. I mean, if you going like that with your life, I mean, it's incredible. It's not to say we can't do it. We can't get to the point where we get to that point where we have that both implemented. But I'm just saying it's very scary because anything can happen. Anything that you can control can happen, but because you don't have money, it's gonna ruin your day. It's gonna ruin your whole month. It's gonna ruin your life. It's gonna set you back 4 or 5 years back. Some days it sets you a month back. And on the other side, why we can't afford to have to not have God, it's like the things that you can not control. How are you going to control that when it happens? The inconvenience you cannot control. How will you control that? How can you have that under control when it happens? Your money cannot control that. Your emergency savings cannot control that. When a doctor says your kid is going to die, or that he might not make it, and you got to get on your knees and pray to God, and you got to believe in God. When you have when you have cancer and you got to pray to God that the chemotherapy will go through and it will work. It's not guaranteed. We got to believe in God. And how can we go with life with those two things? I mean, that's what's been on my mind. But anyway, I'm gonna get this workout in. We're gonna do this run, and it's incredible, I just want you guys to think about it. Think about it. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be religious. Think about it. The times we're living in right now, without those two things, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because when those inconveniences happens that you can't control, what are you gonna do? I tell you, man, I'll tell you what a lot of people are doing right now. You see what's going on in California. You see what's going on in California. They can't control the things that's out of their hands that they can't control. What they do, they're losing their mind. They're going crazy, man. They're burning cars on fire. They're vandalizing businesses. I mean, they're going crazy. And they cannot control that. That's going to happen. That's out of their control. But they got no God. So they lose their mind. So what happens when inconvenience happens that is bound to happen? It's going to happen. Inconvenience in life what happens. And sometimes, man, it's beyond your reach. It's beyond your power. It's beyond your success. It's beyond your accomplishment when it happens. And you only got to rely on God. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But if you like this video, if you think this is something where you think about sometimes, I would suggest you like and subscribe. We have to stop. We gotta think like that. We gotta think like that. I think we are thinking so lightly of things, which is not likely at all. Life is not so likely, but we're thinking so lightly of life that these things are not going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen where I'm going to receive a call and say, listen, man, this person is in the emergency room. And listen, they're trying all the best right now to get them help, but it looks like it might not be working. We are gonna receive that call. You're gonna receive that call where they're gonna call you, say your mom is dead, or your mom is sick right now. Your mom is sick right now, and she's in the hospital. She admitted in the hospital. Now that's beyond your reach. Your money can't get there. The doctors don't know. They just hope they're going to give medications that something will happen. But you got to pray now. You got to believe in something. You know, so what do? Do we just be like everybody? Don't believe? And when inconvenience happens that we can't control, or that's out of our control, or that wish we can control but we can't control, do we lose our mind like everybody? Do we lose our mind? Do we go crazy? Do we go nuts? Do we blame everybody? Do we play victim? I don't know. Like and subscribe. You know, I mean, it helps the channel a lot. You know, to actually, you know, make the, you know, YouTube algorithm spread throughout. So I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day, and I'm just gonna take a run. You know, it's a very beautiful day. I'm gonna take a run, and I hope you're enjoying your day also too. You know, for example, one of my I think if I run, if I work out, which is, you know, it can be like it can be my emergency savings. You know, emergency savings come in many ways. You know, I mean, money, putting money away every month. You know, it could be the things, those emergency savings that we know we can control, that certain things can control, that is out of, that is in our reach. It could be working out. It could be running. It could be doing like a, you know, it could be, you could be, you know, doing like a, you know, like a power walk some days, you know. It's up to you. That's an emergency. But you know, I think if I like, you know, if I really like work out, I'll be physically fit. You know, I'll be healthy, you know. That if I keep working out, which is my investment, right? Which is my emergencies, right? You know, I'm building my emergencies, you know, my emergency savings, you know, in my health, you know. If I work out, if I train, if I eat right, and I'll be good. But you know, that's not what happened, you know. What if that never happened? You know, think about it. Anything can happen, you know. Anything can happen. I mean, I could fall down, break my ankle, and what happened? What's that? What I'm gonna do now? That's out of my reach. I gotta pray that, you know, that God help me, that I'll be able to walk again. So we you know, there are certain things that we cannot just control, and there are certain things that we can control. And we gotta do it. We gotta do it together. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean, you know, just because you can't control certain things, that you can control certain things. You know, we gotta do it together. They both together is important. They go according together. You know, trusting God, putting God first, and building your emergency savings. You know, it could be working out. It could be, you know, putting money away, you know. Putting money away for your college, you know, for your children, you know, to go to school, you know, to go to law school, to go to college, you know. It could be anything. It could be working out. It could be running. It could be power walking. It could be meditation, you know. It could be praying. They are important. Don't forget, they are important. It helps. You know, it helps. It's doing something. You don't know it, but when you need it, there'll be a time where you will need it. You'll realize Man, the reason why I'm going this strong is because I used to work out, or I keep working out. Or you think, man, the reason why my mental health is there is because you read books, you meditate, you create time to actually shut everything off. Everything, no TV, nobody, no smartphone, just you. Lock in. Come on, man. You gotta think about it. Think about it.